Pourush, I observe that you have opted, first option is foreign service. Why
Yes,
so?
sir. I want to get to know the diversity that is offered by the Indian Foreign Service. It said that diplomacy is the first line of defense, and I want to be a part of this journey as India is an emerging superpower, and in the next 25 years, I'm sure we're going to.
But Pourush, don't you think over a period of time, the role of of, of an ambassador, or for that matter, diplomat, is diminishing every day?
Sir, in fact, on the contrary, I think it is increasing day by day.
How?
As we are entering a more connected phase, it's becoming even more important.
So the concerned secretary will take care of that.
So
So the need for a diplomat to interfere.
So it's because the influence of India is increasing. There is
So directly, suppose Secretary Finance, he'll pick up the phone, he'll talk to Secretary Finance or the Minister of Finance in another country.
Sir, but influence is not just in terms of economy, but also the diaspora that is there in different
This is what I'm
countries.
saying, even for diaspora. Suppose I'm living in Turkey, I got some issue. I'll pick up phone or I'll write an email to the concerned ministry or the concerned department. Why should I go through the ambassador?
Sir, because I think that is how the ambassador and the embassy in the country is going to be the first point of
But
contact.
why should I go through that route? Because it's an added layer. Then I can approach directly. Suppose there is an issue with a ration card kind of thing. He'll go to the direct concerned person and he'll send an email. Where is the need for him or her to go to the ambassador, and then ambassador will find out? It's a very circuitous kind of a route.
Sir, but the secretary it cannot handle these things in a direct capacity, because there are many other things associated with this, like verification and so on, which
But everything will be done by the concerned department secretary, and not by the ambassador. What will ambassador do?
sir, it's not only about the grievances of the diaspora, but also the cultural influence and the cultural diplomacy that is needed in those countries.
Okay, let's take tourism and culture. The security culture, he will directly approach. You see, in good old days time, when these communication systems were not available, when the social media was not available, when the internet was not available, yes, then there was a need. But today, secretary culture, if he wants to propagate culture of India, he'll use social media without touching base with the Indian ambassador.
Sir, but I do believe that people-to-people contact is equally important. Using social media for spreading cultural diplomacy or so on loses that kind of human touch, which is very important for being a good diplomat and for having good relations with other countries. Which is why we also see that even though sometimes we have these summits and all, during COVID time we did have them online, but and that was a solution in the future
No,
as
but
well.
that is what I'm saying. Even for that, today G20 is being not headed by the key man, is we call him Shepa, is from the Indian Security Services, not from the Foreign Service.
Yes, sir. But I think that the people-to-people contact is much more important here.
Agreed. I'm not saying people to people contact is not important, but what is the role of an ambassador in that? This is what I'm saying.
Sir, it's not just about the grievance redressal, but also.
Okay. You have been a very outstanding student. 10 out of 10 CGPA in class 10, 98.5% marks in intermediate, and then 9.84 in IIT Kharagpur. And then you are working for Texas Instrument for almost 2 years, little less than 2 years. And thereafter you left, maybe because of preparation of the civil service?
Yes, sir. I'm currently on a sabbatical.
All right. Why do you want to get into the civil services when you have got such a bright educational background and credentials?
Sir, I think whatever I've learned in my educational background, the skills that I've learned there, the values that I've learned there, will definitely help me in my journey ahead. My main reasons for choosing this side of the career was to have a more diversity and a more generalized job profile.
But if you are looking for the diversity, the Indian Administrative Services would give you the maximum diversity.
Yes, sir. But I think the Indian Foreign Service also offers good cultural diversity, and I think I'll be a better fit in the Indian Foreign Services. More of a personal preference.
All right. So tell me one more thing. I'm coming from DAF. Is coming from DAF only. That you joined Texas in 20.
Yes, sir.
Why did you write civil services in 1927?
Sir, mainly I wanted to have some sort of a financial security. I started preparing after I graduated from college.
So while being in the job, you could have written civil services?
Sir, I did write it in last year as well.
Achha.
I joined in 2020, but by the time I joined my work, the 2020's applications were already done because it was the COVID year, right? So it had got delayed.
Mm-hmm. So what happened in that attempt? You couldn't make it?
Sir, I could not make it in the prelims in that attempt.
All right. How is that possible with such a bright record?
Sir, it's because I did not have enough preparation. I was not able to manage alongside my job because my job was also quite heavy on work.